TGIF and this Godlike Friday, and it's good to see everybody coming in the chat and on the panel. It has been a crippling work week, so I'm glad to be here with all of our fellow collectors to discuss what we love in the community. And it's good to see everyone. So, Marcos, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Always good to be here. Can't wait to talk about our panel members' purchases this week and other things, the things that got revealed and other stuff like that. So it's always good to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Good to see you. And then our newest member, Brian. Brian, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome.
Hey, everyone. Looking forward to the conversation tonight. Bear with me a little bit. I'm getting over being sick, so it hasn't really been a difficult work week, but it's been a difficult week just trying to get better. But happy to be here.
Hang in there, man. Thanks for joining on. I know you're not feeling the best. And, of course, we have the happy couple. The bearded collector himself has arrived. How you doing, Noah, Emily? Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Doing good, man. Yeah, a lot of exciting things going on right now, so I'm excited to talk about it. Yeah.
Always a wonderful day when you can talk about cool stuff. So
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then they even made an award out of him. Mr. Kiefer, how you doing this evening?
Doing great. Thanks for having me. Yeah, a lot of interesting things happening in the community. It'll be fun to talk about it tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait. And been with us from day one, Marcos and my man Freddie. How you doing, Freddie? Good to see you, man.
I knew I had to wake up for work at like 7 a.m., but my dumb self stayed up to like 3 a.m. contemplating a purchase. And if you think I'm lying, a lot of people in this chat, I was texting back and forth. I'm hitting up Brian, I'm hitting up Marcus, I'm hitting other people in the community. And I'm like, yo, should I buy it? Should I get it? What should I do?
Yeah.
And I was asking questions back and forth, and it was silly. A couple of y'all was entertaining me, and having conversations, and like, all right, let's look at the good, look at the bad, or whatever, and then pull the trigger. And I woke up, and I was just like, I'm so tired. Like, even basically, I'm like still sleepy, but I'm excited at the same time. So I can't wait to talk about that stuff later.
Yes, yeah, I can't wait to talk about that because I know you pulled the trigger. I saw it this morning when I was getting ready for work, so that was awesome to see. Just want to say hello to the chat. Sauron, good to see you, man. My man, the master of lighting himself, has arrived. Mr. Martinez, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Everyday John, what's going on, man? Then let's see here real quick. Let me go down the line here. My man, Ryan, good to see you, man. Good to see everybody coming in. Welcome. Money wasted. Hey, man, are you still on vacation? I don't know if you got made it back or not, but good to see you in the chat. Garo, man, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Everybody's coming in. Good to see everybody. You can't have a show unless you have Don C in here. Good to see you, Don. Yeah. Oh, yes. Very good to see you. Hello. Welcome, Terry and my man Venom. Good to see you. I see everybody coming in. Thanks for being here. We have a lot to discuss in the community this week, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So I did want to bring this up first before we get started because it's very, very important. Oh, man, I love you all. I see all the messages. Let me bring this up real quick. Okay. So I did want to make sure everybody's aware of our giveaway that we have. We are giving away the Sideshow Penguin 1/4 scale, courtesy of Comic Concepts. And this is Joshua Gordon that's helped donating this statue. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving this away. And I cannot wait to give this away to somebody. It's going to be awesome. This is a great giveaway, and Joshua's going to be happy to do this for somebody. The rules are this: you have to be a member of Godlike Statues on Facebook, and you also have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Just click right here and subscribe, and you will be entered for the statue giveaway we'll be doing in the future. We're about maybe about 300 away, I think. Is that right, Marcos? That's about right.
330, 340.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. So close.
Yeah, we're getting there. And I can't believe we're coming up on 1,000 subscribers. It's true. So that'll be coming up soon. That'll be our giveaway, courtesy of Comic Concepts. So what is Comic Concepts? Man, they are an amazing distributor that they do. They have all companies you can get, and you can actually save $10 when you go on Comic Concepts and put in the code Godlike at checkout. That is our newest code we have for Godlike statues, and make sure you save $10 when you make your next order for them. We'll go over them more in a minute because I do have a piece on deck we're going to be discussing. But I did want to bring up to the chat and the panel, and please post in the chats an answer to this question. I'll bring it up. Let me see here real quick. Okay, and make sure you post in the chat because I want to hear what you have as well. But I'm going to start with Marcos. What is your newest piece, man, and what do you have on order that's coming in next? He's like, I don't know.
Newest piece. Oh my gosh. What's in the cart though for sure is the as always, Joker Say Cheese. I said if it's there on a website by the 20th of this upcoming month, it's 100% in. Like I'm buying it. So that I'll say off the top of my head, that's the newest one that will be coming in. But there's always like one piece pieces I'm looking at, like Sume Brook, and then what else? There's a Frankie piece that I've been looking at. It's an unlicensed company, so there's about 3 pieces off the top of my head I can think of. So yeah.
Man, those are and when do you expect those to come in, Marcos? Are there any of them soon, or?
See, so the Sume Brook, you know how Sume is. That can take like two more years. The Joker Say Cheese, like I said, probably it should come in. If I buy it on the 20th, it'll be in probably by the end of the month. And then the unlicensed piece, I really just don't know about that piece. And then, yeah, so those 3 off the top of my head I can think of.
Okay, you got some pretty big pieces coming in. I can't wait to see them when you get them in because some of those pieces you have are just amazing. A lot of features just amazing in them.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, no, absolutely. Brian, what do you have anything on pre-order right now? Anything got next coming in, or?
Yeah, I have 2 that are on pre-order right now. I have a Prime 1 Ripley from Aliens, which I believe actually shipped recently. So I'm actually waiting to get it in. And the other one, I have a Tweeterhead Elvira.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice one.
I fell in love with that one. I had to get it. So those are the only 2 I currently, but well, we'll talk about what's in cart.
Okay.
Later.
Gotcha. Okay. Noah, what do you have coming? Like, what's your next one?
What do you have coming?
So, yeah, I actually had to pull up a list here.
Whoa.
I forget, like, I'm sure you guys have too. Like, usually just if somebody asks me that on the spot, I'm like, I have nothing. But I have like 5 things on pre-order. I have the hey, I'm paying for it. I have the Prime 1 Last of Us diorama. Got that one coming. Waiting on Harley Who Laughs from Prime 1. XM Beast Wars Optimus Primal.
Okay.
That one I forgot I ordered that one like 6 months ago. And I'm waiting on the Tusk Alien from Prime 1 and then the Sume Luffy life-size bust.
Oh yeah.
So I have nowhere to put any of these, but we will figure it out. So.
Okay. Is that same Luffy bust the same one that Marcus is getting?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, I love anime. I don't have any anime pieces. That is probably the best. Just the whole concept of the design is just incredible. That's probably the best anime piece I've ever seen as far as for that version of that character or whatever. I looked at it at first and I was like, oh, it looks cool, but the closer I looked at it, I just couldn't believe how amazing it was. Mm-hmm. So congratulations on that piece. I can't wait to see that come into both of yours collection because that's going to be one that I think holds up to the end of time. It's just a great piece.
And
all right.
I'm in my studio.
I'm sorry. I've misread the whole question too. My bad. That's on me too.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's all right. This guy. But Mr. Kiefer, I know you don't order anything. Maybe do you have anything?
Wait a minute. Are we going over our complete spreadsheet of what we have on PO?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Alan, for you,
How
maybe.
much time do we have tonight?
He has to open up his Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah. Okay, well, how about this? What about your top 5?
Okay. On PO top 5.
Yeah.
Let's see. City Hunter Predator,
Okay. Can't wait for that. Yeah.
Scar Predator, Berserker Predator, Natiri Life-Size Bust, both of the dioramas from Prime 1 are with Avatar.
Okay.
Terminator Bust,
Yeah.
Life-Size, the third scale Terminators from Prime 1,
Mm-hmm.
2 of those, and I have a piece from Taurus Workshop.
Oh, really?
It's called Tsunami. It's like a hybrid. It's like an octopus female type nasty character. I think there's like 75 of them worldwide, sculpted by Caleb Nifson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, I had to get my hands on that. And there's others, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of the top ones.
Wow. Wow. Well, hell, we got some great pieces coming in, man. And I know you've got more, but if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. There's nothing that's going to beat those Avatar pieces in a display. The way you have decided to display them, the cases you have built, I just cannot wait to see all that come together. So that's going to be amazing. I just can't wait. I can't wait. I'm more. I think we talked about it. I'm more excited than you are. I think to see them together.
This week I have the Queen 1/3 Catwoman on Batpod arriving.
You do, okay.
Yeah, that's coming this week, and the Weta Salvation of Mount Doom is arriving this week.
Oh, that's
Let's go.
so cool.
Alan, man.
I know. I need serious intervention.
Well, I mean, Alan has some great pieces, but this is another fine example of some of the things he collects. It's not just, one line, he collects many. And just to see these come together, I just cannot wait to see, especially that Weta piece coming in. It's going to be amazing. It is. All right, Freddie, tell us about what happened and what do you have on pre-order?
If we ever do this segment again, I need you to make Alan go last. And try to follow up Alan after this. Because we need to give him time so he can breeze through his list. I felt like he cut it short because he's like, Freddie got to go. So let me not make it too long. I have Jazz Inc., Batman 89, Batmobile. That's 1. Terminator 2, Bust. And 3, I have New York City Sewer Diorama.
Oh, do you mean this?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So look, this is what happened. I know Freddie was staying up late trying to get this ordered. He was kind of going back and forth, right? I fell asleep, but I woke up and I'm glad to see your message that you did pick this up. And lo and behold, it did sell out on the website. Is that correct?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Sold out.
And you did get this ordered. I think that it's just me. This matches his collection very well. It does, because Freddie really loves the TMNT. I do know our friends over at Comic Concepts. Do not fear, because they have one for you. And there you go. Comic Simps does have the PCS TMNT diorama. I really love this piece. I am so glad you got this, Freddie.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this: where's it going?
Huh. Who? Man, I don't remember who I was. I think it was maybe Equan, and when we were discussing, and I think I was saying, I was like, that's future Freddy's problem. I was just like, the Freddy now, and this time ain't gonna worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Future Freddy, let him worry about that. So I have zero idea where it's gonna go. Neither do I care or I'm concerned because it's not my problem. That's problems for tomorrow. And I want to say shout out to a lot of people in the community. I'm not gonna call names, but I'm grateful to be in a community where I can hit people up at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Granted, some of us are on different time zones, but I can hit you guys up and we could just shoot the breeze and go back and forth on collectibles and statues. And I'm getting pros and cons. I think even Marcos chimed in one time too. He was like, well, no, who was it? I think it was Brian. Somebody was like, yeah, I think it was Brian. He was like, do you want me to talk you into it or talk you out of it? I was like, that's a beautiful response. And I had people go back and forth with me for like an hour, just like shooting through a lot of, what's up, Shay? Like my situation was, I was like, I didn't, because this exclusive edition was going fast.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to wake up in the morning and it'd be gone. And the thing with the exclusive edition is you get the TRI ooze canister.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I want to live without it? Can I live without it? If tomorrow hits or next week or a month from now and I order the regular, I was like, will I feel any kind of way not having the exclusive edition? Which is what I always say all the time. I always go deluxe or exclusive.
Yeah, of course.
Because when I look at it, I'm gonna feel like something's missing or I should have gotten that piece. So that was part of the dilemma. The second dilemma I had was, do I really need a 1-to-1? That was the main thing because Ant had said that a 1/4 is possibly coming, just waiting on licensing. So I was like, man, do I want to wait for a 1/4? And then I was like, man, so we're weighing all those pros and cons, and it was like, you know what, go big or go home. I was like, I'll do it. And it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, I think, when I decided to just go through, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do it. I'll just pull it. And like I said, at the end of it, I was just like, I'll let Freddie, like future Freddie, I'll let you think about, the money and all this other stuff. Just get it, because I love TMNT, and I'm a New York City boy, so just the fact that I get like, like you just roll up in the crib and you see like a sewer in the house, a 1-to-1 sewer, something about that just like tickled me. And I was just like, man, that is so cool, man. To have that with the turtles popping out. So I was like, man, I got to get it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is a great pickup. And when I saw it, I immediately thought about you. I think this fits your collection very well. I'm so glad you pull the trigger because it is I think it's fantastic. I was talking to Ant this week about another piece, so we'll go over in a minute. But PCS continues to deliver incredible statues, and this one's no different. I think it's just amazing.
I mean, who comes up with this? Like,
I know.
I've said this a bunch of times on like multiple shows that we've done, and I'm just like, the fact that he dreamed this to like do it, because I've never heard anybody ever utter this. That that TMNT promo pic, like somebody do like a diorama of that, right? Is that like, I've never heard anybody say that ever. And when he did it, I just thought to myself, I'm like, yeah, of course, why not? Just like, of course that would be, and he did it and he pulled it off. And I'm just like, kudos, man, to PCS. Actually do this.
If you don't know, Ant Adams runs PCS, and he is a collector himself. He does have a huge drive for TMNT, Ghostbusters, those 90s, or early 80s, or late 80s, I should say. movies and just collectibles around that era, and we all have the same taste, I feel like, in some ways. And he kills TMNT. I'm gonna say right now, I don't think any company can top his TMNT. I just don't think anybody can come close to it. The concepts that he has and the designs he comes up with, they're next to none. I think it's an amazing piece.
I mean, could you imagine? So this is what, like, another thing that came up in my decision making for this, right? Because it's such a fun piece. Like, I don't think anybody can like disagree. It's a very fun piece, and I guarantee you, anyone who walks in the house,
Yeah.
regardless of whether they know turtles or not, which
Right.
most people, even grandmas, they know Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anybody who walks in the house and sees this, it's automatically a conversation starter. Whether
Yeah.
it's, why do you have this? Like, oh my gosh, like, can I see? Like, there's a multiplicity of like conversation starters like with this piece. It's a fun piece, and I'm just like, and I'm all about like fun and like statues and stuff like that. And just the fact that it's nostalgic for me, that just hit the nail on the head, man. I was just like, boop. I was like, done,
Yeah.
So.
Amazing pickup, Freddie. Amazing.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm excited. Thank you.
I knew that. Looking at that piece, I knew it would. It would fit your collection very well.
And I can't wait to unbox it live on the show. Oh man, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, like I'm gonna be such a kid, man. Like Christmas doing the unboxing.
Freddie, do you think it's gonna be a big piece, or do you think it's gonna be multiple pieces?
Multiple, and I'm telling you right now, I know I got pieces that like Noah, like all the time, Freddie, when you gonna box? When you gonna box? Like he's always like pressing me, he's like, come on, man, do it. I'm telling you right now, this piece, I'm not even gonna wait. As soon as it comes in, I'm like, yo, let's line this up. Just let's unbox this now.
If you're a new subscriber, just know that we do a ton of unboxings on the channel, and we would love to have you come in as we unbox. You take a look at the newest pieces, and we will have some more coming in. So I'm just gonna, rather than me go through everything, let's just go ahead and bring this up here real quick. So this is what I'm getting. These are what a few pieces I already have, but these is what I'll be getting to build on my movie wall. We talked about it on Rogues yesterday with Chris Michael, the Batman statue collector, and this is kind of what I'm building. Alan, don't worry, City Hunter is still coming. I just gotta figure out what to do. So,
okay, good.
Yeah, and the alien pieces are not 1/4 or one. They're going to be the new XLs, 1/3.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But they're coming. I've got and I've also got on pre-order. I have the next piece will probably come in is the Iron Man Mark III half scale by Queen Studios. Iron Man Mark III 1/4 scale by Queen Studios. Iron Man Pepper and Mark 50 together, like kind of Dio, that will be coming. That's also on pre-order, along with RDJ busts, and that's a fan art piece.
Jimmy, I have a question for you. Who's your favorite character? I can't tell. Like all the list you're going through. I'm trying to figure out who your favorite character is.
Anybody that knows me personally knows that Iron Man is hands down my favorite character. But we've got a lot of Iron Man pieces coming in. But and then another Mark V Iron Man that's coming out of the briefcase. That'll be coming soon. That is a fan art piece. But to be honest, I haven't talked about it yet, but I'm thinking about getting out of 1/4 scale Iron Man and just doing larger Iron Man on one side and reinvesting into movie pieces. I thought about that. Not saying it's happening, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about that.
Cool. We have a lot of POers in the chat tonight.
Yep, I got them all on deck. We're gonna bring them up. Before we go over all that, I did want to mention one thing. Man, we got a lot of look at all these pre-orders. I want to look at all these.
Yeah.
I did want to mention one thing before we go on to the chat. We now have a super chat for YouTube. If you don't feel obligated to do any kind of super chats, with us, but if you do, we very much appreciate it, and it actually goes back into our channel to keep building. If you do that, thank you very, very much. We really appreciate that. Like I said, don't feel obligated, but we do have that feature now. Let's take a look at money wasted. Let me see what this guy has. Okay, I gotta see what this guy has.
I'm excited for
So, his last pre-orders. Harley Who Laughs. Man, that Murder Machine by Prime One is ridiculous. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. Blade 1/3 by PC. That's amazing. Catwoman Darkseid 1/3. And those things are shit. Yeah, I mean, what a list, man. What a list. I think that Murder Machine is I don't want to say it's underrated, but every time I look at it, I just realize how amazing that base is. Incredible. So I cannot wait to see that in your collection. Please post it. Godlike statue. I would love to see it when you get it. I really would. What just roll got? Oh man, the Unleashed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Navy, Catwoman, Sideshow Batman and Joker, and then Prime One Nathan Drake. So you got some great ones, man.
You can't be on the dual set Catwoman, or are you just getting the single? I'm curious.
You're breaking up, Freddie. Sorry.
Oh yeah, can you hear me now? Sorry.
We can hear you.
You're a
You
robot.
sound like a robot. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Like
These are some fantastic pieces, especially that that 1/3 Unleashed, man. That's going to be great in your collection. I can't say enough about how amazing those pieces are in person. It hurt my soul to sell the one that I had. So, but I had to make room for others, and that's a great one. So, congratulations on that. Let's see. So, I love the name. So, Prime One. The Constantine. Yeah, this will be your next week. Queens, that Bloodstorm. Yeah, that Bloodstorm Batman is awesome. I really love that piece. It has a switch out, like it has like no eyes, so it looks like really evil. And I can't wait to see that in your collection. What I love about that piece also is that it doesn't take a lot of real estate up, right? It goes straight up, right? And it looks great. It's a great piece. So, man, make sure you post some pictures. I would love to see that. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it looks great. What else we got on here? Oh, okay. Darsong, what do you got coming in, man? Michael Myers half scale, dude. The exclusive. I want to see that. I want to see that.
I love that.
And hey, look, we have the same taste. Exclusive Prime 1/3 Batman 1989. I have that one too on order, so that's great. Infinity Studios half scale Witch King.
Oh, King.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That's a winner.
Yeah, man, I want to see these pieces in your collection. I can't wait to see that. And you got some great ones on deck. I can't wait to see that. Let's see. All right, and what you got, man? XM Transformers Pro. Oh, okay. LBS. Oh, dude, really? Okay.
Nice.
I can't wait to see that. I've seen a lot of collectors have this and know that when you get it, just make sure you got enough room, man, because he's a big boy. So, but I think the panel, and we have all discussed this, the LBS Hulk is the best comic Hulk there is. I really do. And always debating on XM Studios Galvatron. Yeah, that's a great piece. I think you'd be happy with it. It's a really good one, especially if you're into Transformers. It'll be good. Yeah, let's see what else we got here real quick. Yeah. Oh, hey, Marcos. $2 super chat. Thank you, Marcos. Appreciate it. You want to see how it was going? Thank you, Marcos. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, don't feel obligated to do that, but thank you, everybody, for donating. Any dollar that goes into our super chat is going to go right back into what we do here. So, yeah, that's something we've all discussed, so that's awesome. Let me Freddie back in here. That's awesome, man. Some great pickups. It looks like the chat's got some amazing one too. I think that Harley Who Laughs is one that it's not talked about enough, but it's one that I feel that when people start to see it, they're going to really start wanting that. I think it's going to be an amazing piece. So,
Noah, do you still have that on pre-order?
Which one?
Harley Who
Oh,
Laughs.
Harley Who Laughs. Yeah. Yep.
I'm
I
so
got that one.
excited for it.
Oh,
That
really?
thing is so
Yeah.
badass.
I just got the regular version, so I don't have the deluxe coming in, but I prefer the regular edition head sculpt. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the bonus deluxe. I just have the deluxe. Like, the bonus deluxe came with that other portrait. I just didn't want to spend that much, so I just have the.
I love that piece. That's like my favorite Harley piece that's ever come out.
Me too.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And it's not like Like I love the Jester Harley, but that piece, I like every time I look at him, that's just amazing. The portraits are so good too, like every one of them. Those, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
can't
It
wait.
has such an edge to it too.
Mhm.
It's very angsty. I like it.
Moving on to the next topic, I did want to mention we have a guest coming in a few weeks. We have Romel. He will be coming to our program here very shortly. And who is Romel? You may not know who Romel is right now, but when you see the pieces he sculpted, like XM Wolverine, XM Sentinel diorama, Prime One's Predator, 1/4 Big Game Hunter, you'll know exactly where he's actually done a ton of pieces. So be on the lookout. He will be with us very shortly, and I cannot wait to discuss what he's working on. There's some things he can discuss, of course, but I really want him to bring up some renders and things that he's done in the past, and I can't wait to see what he has for us. So really, really appreciate that. Okay, so man, Romel will be joining us shortly.
Got another super chat.
Oh, we do. Man, it's $17.99. Is that QAR? Thank you. Just want to say, guys, the best stream and is there any interest? Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, that's awesome.
For that. Thank you for doing that for us. Just know that every dollar is going to go back into the channel to keep supporting us, and we're going to keep building as we go. I promise we will bring you the best content possible. I'm working really hard on that, and there's stuff I can't talk about quite yet, but just know that we will have some major announcements coming very, very soon. And we have new business partnerships coming to help us as well. So very excited for that. Very excited. Okay. Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, Soul. Appreciate that. Let me come up here and talk about real quick. Oh, let me. I gotta get rid of that. Hang on a second. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Let me bring this up. Boom. And of course, we have. Here we go. And this was announced this week. Man, the Todd Father and David Igo teaming up, the Reventure Studios, and they're already doing some teases. They've got a new company. Who better to support, right? two great collectors, two great guys. Todd's very business minded and just a really awesome dude. David Igo's, he's just a great. I mean, them together. Me thinking them together is going to be a great partnership. So they're going to have a great studio. So make sure we support them. So they're already doing some teases on some things as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they end up doing. Alan, when you heard the news, what did you think about this?
Oh man, I'm super excited. I mean, Todd's a great guy. I've been following David Igo for a long time. I mean, he was with Sideshow, then Tweeterhead. He's a great creative mind. And I'm really excited to see what these two guys come up with. I know what their first endeavor is going to be. They've teased it already, and it's right up my alley because I'm a huge Frank Frazetta fan.
Yeah,
I have his canvases all over my house.
Oh, really?
That I got from the Frazetta Museum. They're all hand enhanced by Frank Frazetta Jr. And they all come with a signed COA. So I'm a super big fan of Frazetta art. So when they announced that their first piece is going to be the Egyptian Queen, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the painted prototype on that.
Yeah, and I have that. Let me bring that teaser up real quick because I know they're already teasing stuff. And Todd will be joining us in the next couple of weeks to discuss their new company and their new venture, or I should say the reventure. So they will. Let me bring this up. Oh, sorry.
There's one thing Alan loves. It's sexy females in statue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know he does. That's his jam.
I can imagine walking to Alan's house, man. It's like a museum.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they announce, what they end up doing. I know they have, like I said, they have some great minds working over there. So Maybe when Todd comes on, we'll ask for maybe a teaser. That'd be great.
Well, interesting. When I was speaking to Frank and Lori Frazetta at the museum, when I ordered that particular canvas from them, Lori gave me a lot of insight into the original artwork and how Frank Frazetta actually used his wife as the model
Nice.
for this particular painting that this statue is based off of.
Yeah.
And she was like a couple of months pregnant at the time, and gave me the entire whole story, and it was just
Wow.
super fascinating. So yeah, really, really cool. I can't wait for this to drop.
So Alan, are you in on this piece?
Oh, absolutely. I'm waiting to see the painted prototype. But I mean, if Todd and Dave Igo are in on this and they're collaborating with the Frazettas, I know that they're going to do his artwork justice.
Yeah, they do great work. So I think that this will be a great piece coming out, especially when they've got a lot of great people backing them up now. I mean, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what they end up doing.
I love when the artists or the visionaries behind pieces like talk about it, just like what Alan was saying, because then it just, I don't know, like it just brings something more to that like particular art piece or statue or painting or what have you. And it's like you basically build more of a connection to it. It's like with anybody, right? You tell me more about yourself or more about like I have more of a connection. There's more meaning to this piece, and I'm like, I love stuff like that.
I do too. I do too.
So it's good that we have artists and stuff coming on. Like hear their motivation and stuff behind certain pieces that they did.
Yeah, we. I really want to pick. Just to really talk and go over with Romel about what he, when he's creating something, like how does he do these things? Like what concept does he go by? He is an incredible sculptor and is responsible for a ton of great pieces, and he will be joining us very soon. So I can't wait for that. So Brian, do you show any interest in any of these pieces, or what do you think about this?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a quarter scale. I love quarter scale, but I mean, look at that. It looks like it's going to be a huge piece.
It is, yeah.
I mean, that base alone. Well, first of all, Alan, you talk about all the stuff you have in your house. We've got to get that tour, man. I mean, every time. I mean, I know I don't come on here very often, but whenever I am on here, we talk about there's always something new going on at your house that nobody really knows about. It's like, man, we've got to get this tour. But no, I'm. Go ahead.
No, it'll be coming shortly.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think what we'll do is we'll do a members exclusive with that particular tour, and then we'll release it later. That's what we'll do. Anyways, go ahead.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, I think this is a great collaboration. Everything that Dave Igo has been involved in. I mean, I've been tracking him since Sideshow, just like you said, Alan. Through Tweeterhead. His involvement in Masters of the Universe, which I love. I mean, everything that he did there too, and I believe he had his hand in the monsters that they were doing on Tweeterhead too. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, but regardless, I mean, the guy's awesome. It's a great collaboration, and this in particular, I mean, it's Frazetta. I mean, this goes back a long ways. There's tons of fans. I mean, to see this come into a statue format is incredibly exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great. Emily, what do you think about what they're doing here with Todd and Igo? Do you like this?
I do. I think that this is going to be super cool, especially looking at the teaser that you got up there. The shading looks really great, and it makes me wanting more. Basically, yeah. I think it's going to be a really nice piece.
I think so too. I'm trying. I know Noah's collection pretty well. I have it in my mind all the time. Usually when I'm doing things, like I'm photoshopping things, like how would this look? How would this look? But Noah, this can go by next to your computer.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. It's too big.
It's pretty cool though, man. Yeah,
it is cool. Right?
I like what they're doing. Yeah, I immediately thought of Alan when I saw this.
Yeah, me too.
Forgive me, Alan. I always forget the name of it, but that piece on the bottom right of your screen, the like bug-like creature lady. I feel like that would go with this one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That would probably, if there was room down there. Yeah.
There won't be room there, but I have the Egyptian Queen canvas up on the wall, and there's a vacant table right adjacent, and the that sculpture is going to go right next to that painting.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Sounds perfect.
So, Alan, what you're saying is that man, why won't it let me do this? There it goes. What you're saying is that we'll have a room tour exclusive pretty soon. I really want to see some of this artwork that I have not seen before that you've talked about. So I do want to see that. But man, just incredible display behind you, man. Awesome.
No,
Can't wait
thanks.
to-
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the Predators lined up and everything come together. So I really want to see that. So that's awesome. Yeah. Shout out to Todd and
congrats on them.
yeah, congratulations on that. I can't wait to see more of their work coming through. Marcos, what do you have for us this evening? I know you've got a piece on deck.
Yeah, it's actually a piece I pre-ordered a while ago.
Okay.
And it's a whole line basically, but I'll just show the
Man, Vision. Good to see you, Vision.
vision.
My man. Really cool dude. Make sure you follow Vision. It's cool. I'll bring it up for you here. Let's see.
So there it is. Let me know
There
if
we
it's sharing. So actually, it's a piece that I bought. So it's a Superman villain. I saw the render of this guy. It's his company is called Immortal Legacy Designs, and he's actually doing a whole line of all Superman villains in 1/4. So I'm getting the one on the left with the white pants, and it comes with both portraits, as you can see right there. So yeah, so like I said, if you're a big Superman fan, he's doing every villain basically. They're very limited runs. I think he tries to get at least 30 pre-orders. So I think this one needs about like 2 or 3 more pre-orders. But he said he's doing this regardless. But I just remember this villain from the Superman animated series. And I just thought the render and the concept was awesome. So I'm like, I'm getting it right now. So I put this on pre-order, and it made me go down another line of going 1/4 Superman villain. So that sucks.
Wow.
But, you know, so yeah, that's another line I got to complete now.
Superman.
So yeah,
great.
and I think he said the other villains he's doing is Bizarro, Livewire, Zod, and then a couple other ones I forgot. But he's basically, like I said, doing all the Superman villains that you'd want in 1/4. So
Looks cool. Looks cool. Well, that should be a piece that I think sells really well. I really like the sculpt on it, and also that it's more of a character that's obscure, but someone that's collecting 1/4 scale DC, and you have a Superman collection, that would look great, right? Because you've got Superman in the middle, you've got his villains around him. That'd be awesome.
And there's not many Superman villains in general that's been done. Like I think XM is like a 1/6 Lex Luthor with the suit on, but no one's got like really 1/4 any villains he has. So it sucks. It is what it is. But I'm glad
Have we had a Brainiac? I can't recall any Brainiac statues.
It was based off the Injustice game, and Prime 1 did it. It's a really awesome piece, but it was based on a video game, not like a comic.
He's a good villain, man. I'm like, especially if you incorporate technology. Like you could there's so much things you could do with Brainiac. Just the fact that he's technology driven. You could do so many things, and the fact that he's not used as far as creating statues, it's just mind-boggling to me.
And I think you can do so many fun things with like a Bizarro villain, like a statue too. He's like a goofy kind of villain too at the same time. He's kind of serious. So there's just a bunch of characters you could do from Superman. But yeah, go ahead, Alan.
Yeah.
Prime 1 did a really nice Brainiac piece a few years back.
Yeah, I do remember that. Prime 1 doesn't miss too much. They
was it good?
Yeah, I mean that's how I can describe it. Like every character they do is done so well. But I can't wait to see what their new Predator is going to look like. Prey, man, I can't get over it. I've been thinking about it like all the time. So I really want that. So day one pre-order for me. Day one. So I see more people still coming in. If you don't know Dennis Perez, make sure you follow him. That man has got an amazing X-Men collection if you have not seen it. So just some great pieces. Good to see you, Dennis, coming in. Let's see. Oh, so Aiden's saying he's doing Man and Superwoman too. Okay, yeah,
Nice.
He's doing a lot. Yeah, and also on Facebook, look up Immortal Legacy Design. I believe that's his name. If I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry, but pretty sure it's that. But he, like I said, he has a lot of pieces already out, and he's doing more. So
has Prime done an Owlman? Because I mean, that's pretty much Batman. I'm surprised they haven't tackled that yet. I'm like you give us like all these Batman, can't give us an Owlman.
Oh, he actually did he's doing a Batman Beyond too. I remember that. He's doing that too.
Wow, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. That's cool. Hey Brian, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Don't worry, we still got a lot to talk about, so it's great to see you.
I agree with you, Marcos, man. More Superman villains.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like it's a huge.
What am I ordering on day 2? Let me see. Maybe the new Alien XL. I'll wait day 2 for that one. That's how we'll do it. But day 1 on the Prey Predator for me, I gotta have that, man. I love that. I love that.
Day 2, you should do the Batman half scale.
Oh, it's on deck. It's on deck. It's on deck.
Okay.
So, I was working this week, and I was trying to keep my head in the game, right? And this came up, and I just could not believe how awesome it was. So I messaged Ant when I saw this. I said, "Man, this piece is amazing." Like, I thought it was, when I look at this piece, it kind of has a dio. You've got, you can see like one of the creatures here, and then Gladiator Hulk battling him, and then into the, the bust. I thought this would look amazing. Freddie, how awesome would this look if somebody had this right next to the Queen Studios Scar Hulk on Throne? That would look amazing.
Yeah, that would be epic. That would be epic. I like the bust that Ant's doing. I know that I know a lot of people didn't. It was like mixed reviews when he did the Venom bust. I actually really like that bust.
You mean
the Carnage?
The Carnage, yes, Carnage. Thank you. I'm thinking Venom. The Carnage, but I liked it. I like all these like crazy art pieces. I think this is cool. I can't wait to see it done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Brian, do you like this piece?
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it's it's not necessarily something that I collect, but anybody who's a big Hulk fan, I mean, it's awesome. I'm curious to see more of this because I just want to see the sheer scale that this thing's going to be. But like Freddie was saying, I love dioramas too. It's cool as hell.
Yeah. I think it's going to be big. Can you imagine like that small dio neck like built into the bust? But then you have that. To me, would look the best is to have the Scar Hulk on Throne next to this. I think that would look amazing.
That would look awesome.
As a dio, you even have it kind of angled a little bit, goes together. Some green lighting on it. I think that would look hot. No, I think I posted this in our group. What do you think about it?
That's a crazy concept, man. I love it, but yeah, it definitely reminds me of that Carnage bust they did.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
that's really cool, man. I'm excited to see the dimensions on that. But yeah, it's not anything I'd ever get. But I feel like I've seen a lot of people that have the really good Gladiator Hulk statues, and we'll see if somebody will pair that with one of them. Look really good. But yeah, that's a wild concept, man.
I like the profile of it a lot too. It looks very dynamic for that.
It does. It's got like a missile or something coming out and going into like it looks like some kind of. I thought it was his like ear hole in the beginning. I was like, that's not his ear hole, something else.
His ear hole.
Yeah, I was like, it's weird.
Oh, it's like a portal.
It's like a portal. Yeah, it's just just the way it's formatted.
It might be a spaceship, like when he goes to Planet Hulk. Maybe.
That's what it is. You're right. You're right.
That was a complete guess, but there we go.
That's so awesome. Hey, you know what? I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I'm going with that. Alan, where's this going in your collection? How are we going to set up that?
Okay, back up a bit. What's the scale on this? The head, is that life size?
I I'm going by this is a bust, so I would think it would be, but they're just teasing right now. But if it is, this is going to be huge. It's going to be big.
Yeah, especially with that helmet with the
Yeah.
with the crown on that, with the scrub brush on the helmet. And I love any kind of a storytelling aspect to a statue.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really love the storytelling aspect to this.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see the printed prototype. I mean,
I do too.
Life size is going to be enormous.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be huge. This is going to be a great statue for anybody that loves Marvel or Hulk. I think this will be a great pick.
Yeah.
And you know, with this kind of piece, you can get away with not having a body and people get like all angry and upset, you know, because it's an artistic piece.
Right.
So you can just like have the head there as far as if it was like a 1-to-1, have all the artistic stuff or whatever. I know when you do certain pieces, you know, people, why does it have 2 arms? Why is it 1 arm? He looks funny with it. And he's so big because, you know, like most you probably ain't gonna try to get something as big as like the what is it? The Queen Studios, Thanos bus. Yes, like you know what I'm saying? Is it's like you don't want all that, but like would you just get like Hulk's head? You know what I'm saying, to represent that 1-to-1, and you have a little bit artistic stuff on the side, like that'd be cool. It's like I don't want the whole body, just give me an angry Hulk or something like that. You know, just artistic piece, put it in a corner. I'm good.
Well, and they're also good for at least the Carnage one, that the first one that came out. It was a good price. I think it was like $1,300 or $1,400, so it wasn't that expensive either.
The other thing that's nice about this is it's almost, it could be a standalone piece.
Yes. Yes.
You don't necessarily have to put a bunch of other things around it.
Sure. I really love that. I love pieces that you don't need proximity with it. It can really just do its own. But I think this is a piece that you could get away with just having a one and done. I really do.
I will say though, this piece, it does, like, obviously it's art and it's not the whole statue, but it does look like he has like a tumor on his side of his head. Like with the the Carnage one, it kind of makes a little bit more sense because, like, you know, he's all like, you know, whatever they call it, the Venom stuff. But I think this one's though. It'll look way better on, like, when it's actually printed and everything.
Yeah, I think too. You know, because think about it, it's not really. It's more black and white, but this part's the only part that's red, right? So it kind of deceives you just a little bit. But I really love it. I really do.
The one I can't wait for, because he teased it on the show when he came on. He said that at least on Comic-Con there will be a Deadpool one like this that he's gonna have.
What?
Yeah, he said it on our show.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that, Marcos. Mm-hmm. So, Marcos, would you be in for that?
Oh yeah, I don't even care how it looks. It could look like dog shit. I made a 1-on-1 bust of Deadpool because the one I had on pre-order, you know, canceled. So
yeah,
I'm not surprised you remembered that.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
No one heard it. He heard Deadpool. His ears perked up.
Yeah, he's like,
anyone catch that?
But he's like, I have something that matches that, because I had the Deadpool right behind me at the time. He's like, I have a 1-to-1 bust that would match that by Comic-Con time. I'm like, oh shit, that's amazing news. So thank you so much. But yeah,
that's awesome. So yeah, this is a great piece. Congratulations if you plan on picking this one up. Post it in Godlike Statues. I would love to see it. This is not one that's coming home to my collection, but I really feel like it would be great. It would be good. Yeah, this is a great one. Let me go ahead and yep. Let me bring up this real quick. I did see this week. Oh, let me bring this up real quick. I've got to. I just got the message right now. Hang on one second. I just got the message right now. I just got a message from our last week's winner, Billy, and look what has arrived at his place. Congratulations, Billy. Man, it looks awesome. Yeah, I mean, listen, Billy was very excited for this, and it looks great. I'm glad it got to him safe and sound. I can't wait to see him unbox this and get this all together and see his collection. Brian already has reached out to him, so he is getting his module space. Everything is going to him. So congratulations, Brian. He's messaging me right now, so I had to bring that up and show everybody.
Cool.
So I know he's excited for that. It's just great to see.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's awesome.
Just glad somebody is besides Gamoya won.
I know.
He's just a lucky guy, and he's very supportive.
Yes, we love him. We love you.
Gamoya knows we're messing around, man. He knows.
It was someone else's turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He hasn't been in the show when it the giveaways have gone on. So once he joins, it's nice. Like honestly,
can you imagine he won and actually like took that picture in his house, just like as a flex? It's just like, hey guys.
There's Lane right there. Lane just saw the pictures. Lane, thank you so much for that, man. I had the pleasure of meeting Lane last week. He has got a very impressive collection, and I've got to say this, and we'll talk about this more because I know they've already announced, and you'll see a Godlike Statues review coming up of the just the reaction video from the new piece they just released with yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know why. Which one is it? I forgot.
John Wick.
John Wick, yeah, I don't know why I just drew a blank, but I'm that'll be our next video. Should be posted tomorrow, so we'll be talking about that piece. But yeah, John Wick. Like I saw Lane's collection, and when you see a J&D piece in person, it's not the same. It is not the same. They are very impressive in person. I thought it was just incredible to see the Harley Quinn. I've seen the one Freddie has, and in person, it's just mind-blowing how good it is. I know why they're expensive. When you get to see them in person, you're like, hey, well, okay, I see why. I see why they're expensive. So, yeah, it's a great piece. It's a great piece. So, let me come to here, and this was shown this week, and Queen Studios posted this. I think a collector just actually showed this off. I wanted to talk with Freddie and also the whole panel about this. It just came out. Collectors are starting to get these in. Let me bring this up a little closer here real quick. And I have a side-by-side comparison too. Freddie, what do you think about this compared to the prototype? And I have a side-by-side with the prototype. I'm going to bring this up in a minute. But this is in-hand photos. This is someone that's got it in. What do you think about this?
For those who don't know, that's not an S on his chest. What is it, Marcos? What is it? What that symbol mean?
What does it mean? It means no hope, right?
It means hope.
Yeah, it means hope.
Oh man, I've been wanting this piece. I've been saying I wanted this piece for a while.
I remember saying that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to still get it. Now, I think the prototype sculpt was better, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
You
know what? I have a side-by-side comparison. Let me bring them up.
Yes, please. Yeah, please. That'd be better. Yeah, I don't, because I actually saw the side-by-side comparisons. Because again, this is a piece I wanted, so I was like critiquing it myself for like 20 minutes, and I know you'll pull it up soon. Yeah. So, like I said, so when I saw the prototype, I was super hyped. I was like, "Oh, I'm getting this for sure." And I seen the release. I don't think it's bad. It's hard, man, because when you see prototypes, which that's what they are, right? It's a one-to-one, like, a one of one or whatever it is. And then you get the production piece, it's, I just wish it was like the prototype. Would I still get it personally? Yes, because I'm a huge Superman fan. I know you don't see Superman behind me, but I'm a huge Superman fan. And I like Cavill. And this would be like probably the only like statue piece I would probably have of him if I got it. I think it turned out good. To be honest, I think it's better than the Infinity Angry black suit, in my opinion. And stop, Alexa. Sorry, if anybody has her. I think this is the best sculpt likeness out there right now, in my opinion. I just wish it was as good as the prototype. The hair, this is stuff I talk about all the time with hair and bust. I think I said it like last week, which is I just want to take it out the box and I don't have to do anything. Like I see this and I'm just like, I hope when I take it out, I don't have to do anything. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's a lot of hair. I'm gonna have to get some gel, probably slick it back a little bit, comb it. But I noticed, is this a production piece that's like for like influencers? So I don't know if they're shipping everything out yet. So I don't know if that's what this is.
Yeah, I think this is a collector's in hand. He's got it in hand, and the collector was very happy. Mind you, there is some lighting issues here with the pictures he took, but Vengeance was saying. I mean, I think he nailed it here. Prototypes are usually better. Companies show their best, but factories try their best. Sometimes it doesn't look 100%, which is fair, right? I mean, they have to send these to get to match this exactly. Is it always 100%? No. When I'm looking at this, well, look, we'll just go down the line. Alan, what do you think about this?
Okay, don't hate me.
Be nice, Alan. Be nice.
I'm gonna try to be nice.
Okay.
I've kind of been questioning this piece from day one.
Okay.
I think he's too narrow across the shoulders. Henry Cavill as Superman, he's wide across the shoulders.
Okay.
And this is not. He's too narrow.
Okay, too narrow. All right.
Obviously, the hair is way off.
Okay.
I do like the way the base is with the storytelling element, the light up. I love that. I think that's really cool. For me, the portrait isn't there. That's very strange. Some people look at it and they say, "Wow, looks just like him, 100%."
Mm-hmm.
And some people look at the J&D Henry Cavill Superman. They just dropped the 1/3 and hate it.
Yeah.
Whereas I look at the J&D one and my mind sees Henry Cavill, and I don't see Henry Cavill so much in this piece.
I see.
So it's all about art is a very subjective thing. So everybody sees something different.
It's funny you say that, Alan, because I think the opposite. Like I look at that J&D piece, I don't see too much. I don't see too much Superman for me.
Yeah. See,
I see more Cavill in this one than I do with the J&D. And I'm not knocking any of those pieces, right? Because like you said, art is subjective.
Right?
For my eyes, this seems more. To me, this is the closest one out of Infinity, out of J&D, out of Prime. Prime did the black suit too, right? Prime. Actually, that Prime piece actually looks pretty decent, the new one. But I think this is the best likeness to me.
Yeah.
Like
but
what's out right now.
If you put that Infinity piece, if you had it in your hands and you had this piece in your hands and you put them side by side, that Infinity piece is 3 times the size. I mean, I understand it's an entire torso with 2 arms.
Right.
But if you look shoulder across the
body's
shoulders.
better. The body's better. Yes.
Yeah, there's something. It's not quite life size, I don't think.
I see. Ryan was saying that he loves his Cavill J&D makes a good point. I don't see Cavill on the screen at all. Okay. Well, yeah, art is definitely subjective. We're all going to have different opinions on this, right? That's why we bring it up, because a lot of new collectors are going to be picking this up, I think. So, and these are the first in-hand picks that someone has. I think the lighting could be better, but I'll go over that here in a minute. Marcos, what do you think, man?
I'm kind of with Freddie. I think because I don't know what it is with Cavill, but I feel like every company kind of messes with them in some way. I don't know if he's a hard sculpt for people to do or like, they just kind of cover their eyes while they do it. I don't know what it is, but I do think this is the best one that I've seen so far.
Okay. I mean, that's saying something.
Like that. The one thing I think that's kind of throwing people off with the one on the right is just the hair. Because if you look at the one on the left, it's super slicky. Like, it looks a little wet. The other one looks like my hair. It's kind of like
this one's thick.
So,
yeah.
I think that's the only thing that's throwing people off. That's it. I think it's. I'll probably say like 93 on the Queen. But I don't think Alan's wrong. I think they got the Kryptonite Superman for J&D perfect. Right when he gets stabbed by Doomsday.
Oh, that one's good. That one, I was only thinking about the nice Superman. That that Kryptonite one, I think that one is really good.
No,
that was good. I like that piece.
I just don't know what it is with Cavill though. Every company has an issue. I remember Blitzway did their Witcher one, and the prototype looked amazing. And then they showed it at San Diego Comic-Con. People were like, what the fuck is that? So like, I don't know what it is with Cavill. Every company has like, I don't know what it is. He's just a hard sculpt.
Got a really chiseled face, and I think that's hard for people to get right. It's very angular, and
he's too bigger than most. It doesn't do this. Let's be honest. Yeah, and his nose is kind of crooked too at the same time, and it's a weird sculpt. But I just think it's the hair for this one on the
night.
What do you say?
The hair can be fixed. You can restyle the hair.
Yeah.
I think anybody that gets this, I will probably be very envious of. I mean, it's an awesome piece. It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
So
I love the baby Kal-El gimmick.
I do too.
I love that. I think that's so cool. I know a couple of people was like, "What is that?" I'm like, I think that's cool. I would actually take out the baby too.
No, I like that. I think that's cool.
I like it.
You know, Aiden was saying that this is like one of the best likenesses. It's about 90% for him. He said the hair does need work. It seems like the collectors are using the 3K. Yeah, you know what? I have to have my light in a certain way on the way when I have my statues. That's why I went with a museum style with Maji Space. So there's just certain things that I like. But looking at this piece, well, you know what, Brian, you go next. I mean, what do you think about this? The likeness, prototypes on the right, and official on the left.
Okay. I was looking at it earlier. I mean, of course, there's no mistaking who it is. The prototype, when you really look at it, it usually always comes down to the lighting, right? That's usually what it is.
Right.
But in this, I don't know. When you really look at it, it almost seems like the features are just sharper on the prototype. It just seems like he's a little too smooth in certain spots on his face. But I mean, everything you guys have said so far, I mean, I would just probably reiterate. Alan, you make a great point. I mean, he's a very broad-shouldered guy, and you're right. This makes him look like a small guy, like a skinny dude who's in shape. When in reality, he's just a big dude. Look, anybody who's a fan, I think this probably is the best one that you're going to get. Except, if I were to get one, I like the Angry Superman. So that was the Infinity one, the black suit.
Yeah.
I mean,
love that one too.
I thought that was bad. I mean, I can't have any Henry Cavill bus in my house because my wife will never look at me again. But but I think if anybody's going to get anything, that's going to be very on point with likeness, I mean, this is probably it. So I mean, congrats to anybody who bought this. I mean, I'm sure. I would be stoked to have it, even despite the criticisms that we are giving.
I definitely agree with you.
Quick question: would you guys like how we're saying the one on the left kind of has like more slick hair? Would you guys put product in your statue, or do you think that would mess up your statue? Because it's silicone.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm scared.
I would
I'm
be
scared.
It's hard
that's a chemical.
Yeah. You can't go back. One bad hair slick, and then he looks like the steward of Gondor.
Well, then you've got him in the shower and you're trying to wash it out.
That's just a nightmare situation. Gosh.
All right,
I have no idea. I don't know how you would. I don't know how you would do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I unboxed that J&D Wonder Woman. After I unboxed it, I have not. I sealed her up. Haven't touched her. Taken her out the case. Haven't even touched her hair. I'm just like, I'm not messing with silicone or hair on top. I'm like, nope. It's just leave it.
The hair came out.
It did actually.
Really? Really, Freddie? When I unboxed mine last week, and I took a couple minutes and restyled her hair a little bit.
I'm scared. That's the thing. I'm just nervous. You know, like when like a parent who has their first kid for the first time, and you hold that baby in your hand, and it's just like you're scared you're gonna like break that baby, and even though you're
Break
not,
it.
but that's just how you think. You know, it's like my first baby, I don't want to break it, and you know that's kind of how I feel with these things. I'm just like I don't want to do anything, I want to touch it.
Yeah.
You know, but, that's how I feel. You know.
I know what
Yeah,
you mean.
So I play guitar, and I played in bands for a long time, and it's funny because what we used to do is when we buy a brand new guitar, just immediately kind of dent it real quick, because then you've just like broken the seal. You know,
Yeah.
you've ripped off the band-aid. Something's wrong with it now. It's fine. You can move on.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I didn't know you played guitar. That's cool. Okay, so Noah and Emily, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think it looks pretty good for the most part.
The one
But
on the right is the actual.
yeah, the one
Okay.
on our right, is the in hand. I mean, I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, it's you know, I feel like every time we get like the first in hand photos, everybody has a lot lower lighting, and then
Yes.
they always take the picture a little bit lower or higher of an angle than the
Yeah,
photo.
it's not
So it
straightforward.
it immediately throws off like the the jawline and things like that. But
Well,
I don't think it looks too bad. To answer, Cypher up here a little bit, he says, "What do you think about the no arms?" I'll just say what I always say when it comes to these busts. It just depends on if you're doing a lot of queen busts. You know, if you have that queen Batfleck bust with the no arms, this obviously would look great with that. But if you have the Superman where he's pulling his shirt open, or the new Infinity black suit coming, or whatever, it might look a little bit off. So I think it just depends on what you collect, but I think busts with no arms look really good for like centerpieces and things like that. I own the Alita bust from Queen for quite a while, and I actually took her right arm off and just hung up her sword, and I kind of like just the symmetry of not having the arms. It really made it look like a regular, I don't know what you call like a bust, like an real old school bust,
it
like
can
they would make out of,
storing it too. If you
Yeah.
have all the arms out, it makes the space kind of wonky sometimes.
Yeah, so I think when you have a bust with no arms, you can really you can maybe pair it with like a third scale a lot better, because it's not quite usually as tall or as wide, of course. So they make for good companion pieces too. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would say the lighting in the right hand side, is throwing me off, because it looks like his eyes are cross-eyed, and I know that's not the case, but I think it's the
He does.
shadow. He looks very confused and puzzled, and I think that's what's really throwing me off about it. But I will agree, I think it's like 90% ish. But what Marco said earlier, it's hard to get his face right, because he's got such an chiseled appearance, and it's very distinct and angular. So anytime you mess something up, it messes with the other features.
Mhm.
So like
I feel like that prototype though really kind of nailed those features though, and that's what I mean, that it just looks sharper.
it
And
does.
I don't know if that's the lighting. I mean, which it could very well be. It could be
the lighting, because the shadows are so intense, especially around his eyebrows, in his nose, and even his cheekbones.
Yeah,
It's
cheekbones are
really
really
like
fine.
narrowing his face. So it might not be that way in person, but the lighting on this one in the different angle, because it's farther away, it's I think that's really what's
They definitely changed the sculpt.
It's the lighting.
It is the lighting.
It's definitely the lighting.
It's funny.
So-
One of my favorite Cavill likenesses is on the Weta Witcher piece, just because he has his the white eyes and all like the kind of distortion on his face. Probably not a popular opinion, but that's one of my favorite Cavill likenesses, because it kind of masks that, so it just automatically makes it look good.
Yeah.
But
So okay, so I'll go ahead and chime in here. I think that okay, I have to agree with Alan. The lighting is terrible on the right. Like whoever took the pictures is the lighting just wasn't that great here. I also think that the hair needs to be redone. Not redone by Queen, but when you get it, it needs to be redone when you receive it. And I do agree with Brian. There's no way in heck I'd put any kind of chemicals on on this to make it look like like the prototype. I think you can achieve that without it. The likeness for me, it's right there. It's about 85, 90%. And is this the best rendition bust of the character in this blue suit? Yes, it is. To me, it is. In my opinion, it is. Art is subjective, so some people may think that, man, this is terrible. There's no way this is Henry Cavill, but I think it looks just like him. I think that the base is very unique as a storytelling base with the baby inside glowing, inside the chamber. It's made of silicone also. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. I think that whoever took these pictures didn't do a good job. But what I'll do is what I'd like to do is just wait until to make my final verdict when I see more in-hand pictures from collectors, and that way you can decide whether it just doesn't look like him, or hey, you know what, it is him. Or a great example was Queen's Thor bust they just did. That one came out. It came out of nowhere. I knew it was on pre-order. It came out of nowhere. The first in-hand photos weren't that great. When I saw it, it was about 85%. It looked pretty good. I think that this is a piece that people that love Superman will end up picking up. I think it's great. I don't think the edition size was very high on it, but I do think it's a great piece. Is it worth the amount of money if you're a Superman fan? I think it is. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but I think that this is a great pickup. I do. I think the likeness is very close. I'm waiting to see more in-hand pictures, though. I really am. Great piece by Queen coming up. I'm waiting to see what they do next, and I also really want to see what they come up with as far as the new Thor they're working on, because I know they're working on a new one, so I really want to see that. So Noah, what do you have for us on deals this week? Anything that we should be looking at?
Yeah, nothing too crazy out there, but I just got a couple here real quick. Okay. Let me see. We got one on Sideshow.
If you give me a deal for PCS, I might be in trouble tonight.
All right. So Sideshow's got the Berserker Armor Guts Deluxe Edition for the Unleash. And you guys probably hear me bring up this one and rage a lot because I have both of them, but I love these statues so much. And if you guys, anybody's been waiting about jumping on this, now's the time. I mean, $1,000. This thing is huge. It's 27 inches in diameter, 36 inches tall, 4 head sculpts. Just incredible detail. The armor looks way better in person than they ever captured in the photos. So it's just one. I think if I were to pick an overall favorite statue in my collection, it would be this one. But it's just because it's my preference of Guts in the manga. That's it's my favorite version of the armor and just where he is as a character. So.
Oh, the head sculpts are amazing for that.
And it's like a scavenger hunt. When you're looking at the base, you find new details every time. Like when he has them on rotation, you really start to see something new every time you look at it.
Wow.
No, that's the one you used to have in the middle of your room. It was on a standalone table, correct?
Yep.
When you first got it. Yeah, that thing that's impressive as hell. That thing. And exactly what you said. I mean, there are so many little details in that base.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, definitely one of my favorites here. So yeah, $1,000, and I don't know what shipping is because it depends on where you live. But a couple pretty decent sized boxes.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, so not too bad. I mean, 30% off for those. I mean, that's pretty good. Even if you still get it for $1,200-$1,300, it's totally worth it. The thing is gigantic.
Wow,
So,
great deal.
Yeah, and then other one real quick. This one's been on sale for a little while, but it's still a cool piece I look at once in a while. I've been tempted multiple times by it.
Well, I was saying shipping's $300 for him.
300. I mean, yeah, that's pretty steep. But 2 boxes there are pretty big. It's an amazing piece, though.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So we got the Weta Nightmare Batman quarter scale. They got basically half off. So $600. It's like 24 inches tall. You guys have probably seen this in Jeff Delaney's backdrop. I can't remember if he has it right now, but he had it for a long time right behind him. Yeah, always been a piece that I've wanted. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet because I don't really have a spot for it. But I've always I've seen a lot of videos of people unboxing this, and the head sculpt looks really, really good. And I love the switch out with the Scar 17, and the Joker card and everything. So these aren't my favorite movies. I do enjoy them, but I've always loved the Nightmare design. It just looks really great. So I think $600. I think shipping for me was like, I don't know, $50-$60. So it wasn't that bad.
Wow, that's a great one.
They also have the Joker quarter scale, which I'm not a big fan of, but still for $450. So if you're just looking to, fill in some space, or, if you're just like a Joker collector or something like that, that's a great price for a quarter scale.
Super cool. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really love the like the scarf portrait. It looks really cool. But man, $600. I can't remember when I bought a statue that was only $600.
Nice.
Yeah. I see you. Yeah, I have heard that the his cloak was kind of fragile and had some breakages, but clearly Weta still has a lot of them available, so they could probably provide you with a replacement if you need it. Yeah. Because I think that's another one that they just made way too many of, and so now it's on sale, but still a piece I'd love to see in person one day too. So
super cool.
Yeah.
Man, great brings, Noah, especially to save collectors money. We'll be doing a segment moving forward with Noah to look at some special deals online to save you some money. Patience.
Actually, it's going to cost them some money.
Oh yeah, well, if they're planning on buying it, that may save some money. But we always spend money here. That's a great bring, Noah. So, just a great piece, man. I think it's definitely worth picking up, especially if you're a fan of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to ask Freddie where this is going because I just don't know where he's going to put it at yet. Okay, Freddie.
Me? You?
Wait a minute. Hey, whoa.
Scale.
You're the half scale guy.
This is
not me. This is you, Jimmy.
This is the 89 half scale Batman. I think I'm pretty much done with half scales. I got 2. I don't need 3. But this is huge. And but what was really unique about this piece is that it had the glass eyes, and I thought that brought a sense of realism to it. And this is it's a rendition of the 1/4 scale that I'm getting, but just seeing this in half scale, in your collection, it's going to be big. And I love like how the cape drapes over him, in the 89 series. But I mean, looking closely at this piece,
Jimmy, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
What are the 2 half scales that you have?
Iron Man.
The Iron Man. So wouldn't it be nice to have both rich playboys in half scale? You got Iron Man on one side,
right,
and you got Batman on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait,
so
I'm like,
I fell for that trick once. I'm gonna fall for it twice. But the bust that I'm getting by Queen, I am extremely excited for that piece. But they're going to be faced off like opposite sides of the room. But this piece here, I'm not getting any more half scales, but I think that it'll definitely have a more. Of course, this has more presence because it's bigger, right? But man, those glass eyes behind the cowl will look awesome. I think it's going to look great. I was looking at some of the switch outs. It kind of matched the actual 1/4. I did see that there's an LED feature in the base, and it does have the switch out. Bat symbol, just like how the 1/4 scale. But here's the difference: is the glass eyes.
I'm glad they're giving you glass eyes and the cape.
Yeah.
I think that ups it for me.
Yeah, he's got the open hand, closed fist, and then of course the grapple gun, which looks cool.
I think this is a must for Batman fans. I mean, those who collect those half and like 1-to-1s and stuff like that. If you collect the big stuff, I think this is great.
Yeah.
Like me, I'd go the 1/3 because I'd want to pair it with Selena Kyle, the J&D, or Prime or Dark Side or like whatever. But I'd want to like pair it. But I know if I got this, I wouldn't have anybody to pair it with unless I was an Iron Man fan and I could pair him with another rich playboy on the other side.
Man, but when you look at them eyes, man, look at that.
I know that's Keaton, man. Hey,
Yeah,
it bothers me, Marcos, Noah, Emily. What bothers me is when these statue companies can't nail a likeness in a suit. that bothers me to no end. I'm like, you're not even getting a full like face. It's like how hard is it to nail the likeness under a suit? Like when you show me like, because I've seen statues where it's like you'll like look at Catwoman or whoever it is, and it's just like that looks nothing like whoever that is. I'm like, how hard is it? But they nail. You see this. You see Keaton.
God, it's incredible.
So Freddie, what do you think about the likeness on this one?
100% Keaton. 100% likeness.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
100%. That's Keaton right there underneath that cow.
Is there no mask portrait?
I don't think there is. No. Yeah, I don't think they usually do that for the half scales. They usually keep them a little simpler, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be nice, though.
Yeah.
The only unmask is the dual set, unfortunately, for the 1/3.
Yeah, I mean, those eyes look incredible. I mean, this is, for me personally, this is 90% Keaton to me. It is. It's
Wait,
very,
you said 90?
yeah, I think
Come on,
90%.
Jimmy.
Oh,
100.
Big words.
Okay.
I'm on Freddie's side on that. I think that's Keaton. I mean, that is him.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That is an unhinged look.
So when I say 90%, that means it's the character. I really ever give 100%.
Your opinion's wrong.
I rarely ever give 100%. It's
I'll give 99%.
it's very
Oh, you're like one of those teachers who just don't give A's. A plus.
Every question
minus.
what an 8.
Yes.
I definitely will give it. You know what? I will. When I see this in hands and in collectors, then we can discuss that. Then we can
Well,
discuss
now
that.
we're bullying Jimmy.
Look at that.
No, because we know he's the Iron Man guy. When he's Iron Man, he knows everything. He'd be like, no, that's because I know Jimmy don't mess with Batman. That's why.
See, but you just said something. You just said something very key, though. I mean, this is the prototype. You know, what is this going to look like in hands? Is it going to look this good?
Mhm.
I mean, it is Blitzway. I am Prime One. I mean, they usually deliver.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking at this right here, is that Keaton Batman? Yes, 100% it is. I mean, it.
No, you said 90. You said 90.
I'm looking at this. It
I'll
is.
go back on
Push
that.
to 95, Jimmy. Push to 95. Come on.
Now, when you get this in hand, will it be? For me, we're about. I'm looking at this and I'm like,
It's
man,
amazing.
it's just incredible. Like to see this and just how they did this, but it's still half scale. That's why I went with 1/4. So
Yeah.
it's going to go into my collection very well.
If I was a big Batman fan, I get this, man. Like 89, basically. Batman, Tim Burton.
Aiden, thanks for backing me up on that. I appreciate that. Thanks for backing me up. But I think that it's very, very close. I really do. I think it's
And they did a great job with the cowl and the cape, because I know some companies they can't nail that quite, and it looks good, man.
Yeah,
It's really good.
it does. Marcos, where are you going to put this at?
Nowhere. I'm not a big half scale guy. The only half scale I'll get probably Deadpool. That'll probably be the only character I'll get half scale, but it looks good. It's just the same as the 1/3, correct? Same
It
statue.
is. Yeah.
Just glass eye, I guess a little bit better details on the suit, right? And then they give you like the Arthur meme hand, and then like the open hand. Just give you that. But yeah, it looks good. What's the price? I forgot what it said. Like
Yeah, let me
24,
bring this up.
I think.
Yeah, that's right, Noah. It's like
What is it?
$24.99.
$24.99. That's basic half.
Yeah.
25.99. Yeah.
I think.
Imagine if you get this on a deal, one of Noah's deals in the future. Man.
I think they should have gave a full portrait though. I think they should have done that. They kind of rip collectors off on that. That would have been really
But
cool.
how would they do that though? Unless they do the you could do that with a 92, right? Because you get the rip cow look. How are you gonna pull that off?
I'm
the
just
suit,
saying
though.
just one without the mask on. That's all I'm saying. Like you don't have to be super movie accurate. Like a lot of pieces take artist interpretations on stuff.
Well, because because I was thinking because with his mask it doesn't come off like
Yeah,
you
I
have
know
to take the cape off because it holds.
Yeah, the
I
whole
see
like,
what you mean.
issue
Yeah.
with those movies was like he moved like a robot. Like he had to move his whole body just to turn right or left. Like,
Yeah,
I love that though.
What?
yeah, because in '92 he had to like actually like rip his cowl off just to like show his face.
It was funny. He's
but-
like, Master Bruce, and you see him like turn his whole body around like super.
I love it
Yes.
so much.
Like
It
it's
just
so
adds more
intimidating.
to the crazy air.
Yeah,
love
the
these
easiest way to beat
spotlights.
Batman, just hit him from his side or something like that.
1989, man.
I love those movies, though. I really do. But what was I saying? But what I was trying to go at is that because with the 1/3, you have that Dio kind of with the unmask, with the whole
Yeah.
bit. So like with this, I know it's different, obviously, but it would have been cool to have something with a full portrait of Keaton, on a half scale. But I get what Freddie's saying too. Like it would be almost impossible because it's not like it's. Jimmy, go back to the pictures, like with the cow showing. The whole cow is like almost to his like.
Yeah, it's just because you wouldn't have anything to hold the cape up. It'll just be like, I mean, it's
See, I want to go to the
It's-
other
it's-
one. The other one, keep going back, maybe.
There's only 31 pictures, so I can go through them.
Yeah, you can go through. But see how like the whole cow is like basically.
yeah. I mean, it's possible. You can engineer it. I mean, you take the little the thing off, and it's possible. But
Yeah,
I don't know what it would look like underneath.
that
Like
definitely
just
looks
the
like
head
him.
sculpt.
Oh my gosh, it really does. Got the
Man,
pouty lips and everything.
That's very, very close to Keaton. Very close, man. It looks.
And they don't use too much eyeshadow, which I like too. And
I know.
that's one of my problems with the Selena Kyle that was put out by J&D. I felt like they used too much like eye
Actually, it's like Avril Lavigne almost with eyeshadow.
eyeshadow.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking at. Yeah, like the cow basically takes up the whole top of his body. So I get what Freddie's saying. It's just I would like to have seen. I'm not gonna get it regardless, but it would have been cool to see collectors with the.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Marcos.
I really wish they would have bought, for the 3rd scale to have another portrait with, without the cowl on. But they've got that in the deluxe version. But I'm just not doing that.
Or you can tell what Freddie was saying, like do the second movie, the Returns one, where he rips off the mask, like that.
That'd be hot.
Like a one half of that suit, and then with that portrait, that would have been cool.
Yeah, I know they got 1/3 and now half scale. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Sam, if they made 1/4.
Okay, if they do 1/4 in the same pose, I would lose my mind. I'm like, gosh, do something else.
Hey, Cypher, calm down, man. Calm down. Calm down. So, yeah, I mean, Noah, what do you think about the likeness and the size? You and Emily, what do you think?
It's great, man. Look perfect.
I personally like the 1/2 scale because then you can have a tiny Michael Keaton that could he could be like your Oompa Loompa Batman, and I think that would be awesome. But I do like the cowl because it's just it has a certain air of crazy, unpredictable, unhinged Michael Keaton Batman, and I appreciate that. So I like it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. You guys think this will be a low edition size?
Yeah,
I think so. Very low.
There's
I
not
think
a
it'd be
ton.
like less than 100.
no, I don't think less than 100. I think at most 150.
Okay, maybe.
Well, the 1/3 was only what, like 400 or something? 500?
I'm not sure. It's sold out though. It's on wait list, I think.
But if you could, the 1/3, like it by itself was only like, what was that, 1,600, 1,500?
Mm-hmm.
So you get like, this is like 1,000 more plus shipping, obviously. You never know, with price.
Well, that's what I mean. This one would be really low. Probably no more than 200 max.
Yeah,
I would
that's
think.
max right there, I think, too,
Yeah.
So, Alan, what do you think about this piece? Half scale, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
yeah.
about, Alan. Get nuts.
I love this piece. Okay, hold that right there. No, go back one. The way that they've got that cape draped over him like that.
Yeah.
That is, to me, that's him right there. I love everything about this piece. The base is amazing. I love the way they've done the spotlights on the base.
Yes.
It just fits that Gotham look that they created for that movie. Man, I keep looking. I was looking around. As soon as you put this up, I started looking around the room like, where the hell can I put that? mean, it's almost like I don't know. I'm gonna really think hard about this one because if I can find a corner where I can put him, I might.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I like it.
This
And who knows? They might do a half scale Pfeiffer.
See, if they do that, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
That'd be something to see. I mean, this is going to be a showstopper in anybody's collection. Unfortunately, I've got to go with a third scale, and I'm going to be very happy with that because it's going to go next to the Bell bust and to the the Pattinson Batman 2. I really wanted the 3 versions of the character.
Are you getting the duel, Jimmy? I can't remember, or just the one?
No. Yeah, just the one. Mm-hmm. Just the one.
You guys want Jack Joker? 1/2?
That would be amazing.
And you guys are saying Pfeiffer 1/2. I'm like, wouldn't you rather have Pfeiffer 1/2? Like,
okay. Can you imagine that? Like, let's say 8 months after this piece is completely sold out, they announce a half scale Pfeiffer or a half scale Jack.
See, that's messed up.
Everybody's gonna go after, try to find this piece, and then you can really whack them.
See, this is why I appreciate companies like LBS. When you give us, like, you tell us in advance, now I can actually prepare. And to me, my opinion is, I think you'll make more money that way, and you'll have more committed people to that. Because had, like, say, Prime One have done something like that, hey, we're coming out with Danny, Michelle, or what have you. Now somebody like me, instead of saying, oh no, I don't do half scale, now you'd be like, you know what? Because I know you're gonna do a Danny DeVito or a Joker or a Penguin. Now I can say, you know what? I'm gonna be all in and I'll save my money. Now you have me for these next couple of pieces. I don't understand why these companies don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
They're I know what they're doing. Prime One, they kind of do with everything. Is that they're trying to test the water to see how well this sells. So if it doesn't sell, it'll be one off. That's really
that's stupid because he's key in '89. You know he's gonna sell.
Yeah, I mean, Darth was actually a Comic Concept is going to get this, and I just checked. They do have the 3rd scale. This was just announced this week, so I'm assuming they'll have it as well. I'll message Joshua Gordon to make sure if you do get it, and I'll post it on Godlike Statues. I would love to see you pick this up in your collection. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ledge. Yeah, this
sure. Yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait to see this as 1/3 scale, but I know I'm getting that. I didn't order mine, and but I'm not getting this one. I'm getting the 3rd. So
still a great piece, Jimmy.
It's a great piece. I mean, this is going to be great in anyone's collection. Like I said, Comic Concepts, you save $10 if you're looking for the 1/3 scale right now. I did see. Let me bring this up here real quick. I will be posting this video most likely today or tomorrow. But let me bring this up here real quick. Yep. All right. Let me bring this up here. Janie just announced this week. I did see this, and man, I mean, Freddie, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about the likeness in this? What do you think about it? John Wick, man.
The likeness needs work.
Okay.
I think it needs it needs some work. Now, like with anybody who has any clue of who John Wick is, or even like just glimpsed a scene or two. If you have any idea who Keanu Reeves is, not older Keanu Reeves, we can all tell. If I put that in front of my mom, like, who's this, Mom? Oh, that's Keanu Reeves. So we know it's Keanu Reeves. So it looks like him.
Right.
I don't think for somebody who's a critique like us, we critique everything. It's just, I don't think that is like, I think it's like 80, like between 80, 85. Like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be that harsh, but I think it needs some work a little bit. I think his face is too a little bit elongated.
Okay.
That angle is horrible. My gosh.
Yeah. Like I said, again, it's not bad, but I don't think it's great. I think it needs to be for J&D piece. As far as with the prices they're putting out, I think it should at least be hitting 90, like very close to it. Again, it's not bad. I think they're on the right track. It's a prototype.
Yeah.
And for the most part, when I think their prototype to production is always better, whether it's like 85 to 90% or 90 to 94%. My opinion, lately, I think their prototypes have been getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, the prototype production has been getting better, so I think they will improve it. And I think that, yeah, it just needs to. Other than that, I think they nailed like the suit and the pose. I wish it came with more guns though. That'd have been cool. That's one gun.
You definitely want more guns.
A gun, a knife in his pocket, something.
Or at least a pencil.
Yeah.
Oh, could you?
Yeah, there we go.
Man,
Lots of guns.
yeah, lots of guns.
But you guys know with J&D, it's almost impossible. Like unless you have like a big old shotgun that weighs literally nothing because they're silicone hands, they can't hold up weight. So.
But even one to style or put in his waist or something, or to put on a proximity piece. I would have gave him at least like 3 guns or 2 guns and a knife or 2 guns and a pencil, like something. Like I would have gave him at least another weapon. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, someone did an edit on this too, I did see it. I'll bring it up here in just a minute. Okay, so, well, Marcos, let me have it. I mean, this is J&D as their final. What do you think about it?
Wait, Marcos, before you start. Wait, Marcos, wait, before you start. I do have a question for you. That was it prime piece? Is that 1/4 or 1/3?
It's 1/4, yeah.
Okay, so you can't really necessarily. Okay.
You can. It looks better. Like you can say it looks better.
Yeah. 1/3, 1/4.
That's still 1/4. If it was 1/3, I would have been.
Yeah.
Both of them, but no. At first, though, in our group message, like, dude, because I saw this angle, and I actually do think that angle was pretty good. I'm like, oh, dude, they actually did a good job, J&D. Like, congrats. And I saw more pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's getting worse every time I go next picture. Like it got worse and worse every time. I was like, oh my gosh. No, it's bad, man. Like it's not good. Yeah, and I know Ryan has a bunch of J&D. It's like if you go to the next picture where it has like kind of in the front.
Yeah. Well, let's
see.
So if Ryan's saying it's not good, it's not good.
I say this, at least right now, it's 70, 75. It's not one of those like who is this, but it's one of those like they messed up, it's not good. I love John Wick too. That's why I'm kind of really but like I think there's prototypes they've done that are great, like the Indiana Jones one, the Wonder Woman one. So they're obviously capable of doing prototypes. I just think especially for the price, I always say that about J&D.
He's like, get him.
Like the character, like it's a piece that doesn't look good to me. I'm absolutely enjoying this. No, I'm joking. But I forgot where I was going with that though. But yeah, I just don't think it's a well done piece. It's for the price, you have to like Freddie said 90%. I think for the price for 1/3 at that price, you have to get 95%. So. You have to. Like, it's not like there's no excuse for it. If you're charging that much, you have to get almost.
I agree.
Yeah. So if it was like, put it this: if this is $1,300 and you got this piece, actually, it's a really good $1,300 piece. But this piece is going to be all in, probably what 25 with retailers.
Yeah.
No.
But you know what it is for me too? It's like it's the competition, right? So if there's competition for that piece you're bringing out, you gotta come correct, right? But when there's no competition, I'm not saying that like just be lackadaisical, but you can get away with like 90% in a sense of like, well, who else is doing it better right now at this scale? So then it's like, yeah, okay, I can live with 90%, for this whatever. But if you're doing a piece that is out there, it's like, granted, I know it's 1/4, especially with John Wick, but that other John Wick is looking good.
Yeah, so, and then like, the 1/3 at least for Neo, like the Neo 1/3 that Blitzway did as well. Like that looks 85, 90 at best, and that's good.
Yeah.
The price will be what, 1,500, I bet, and it has switch outs. So
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll speak to that in just a minute, but I do agree with a lot of what you were talking about. So Brian, I mean, looking at this, J&D piece, very expensive piece, right, coming out. I mean, what do you think about this?
So when you were going through the pictures, there was a comment on one of them where somebody said it looks like the eyes and the eyebrows look like David Beckham. It was from one specific angle. Yeah, right there. I'm seeing David Beckham. Now that's all I can see. I see it completely. I don't know if you guys do too, but this looks like David Beckham.
I do.
You take a press on that head, and you just make it not so narrow and just a little smushed. I mean, you might as well buy it's like 90% Beckham, 75% Keanu Reeves. I mean, look at. Right. That's all I'm looking at this, and I'm saying this is David Beckham. I don't know. He looks a little stiff. The suit looks like it still needs to be tweaked a little bit. It's not quite tailored, to be quite as fitting to
a Walmart
the body. Yeah, like a little, like just not quite there. I like what Blitzway did. I think they did a terrific job on it. I mean, I know you guys said this is just a prototype, and you've also said too that J&D statues don't typically translate in pictures necessarily, and you got to really see them in person.
Yes,
that could be what we're doing here too. I personally have not seen a J&D statue in person, so I can't even speak to that. But I mean, look, there's no mistaking it's John Wick, but I just think there's some things that they need to tweak to make it really, worth what you're going to spend and get that kind of quality.
Artist interpretation of John Wick. That's what this is. Artist interpretation.
For $3,000.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I don't know if anybody wants to pay that much for an artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
But I love the Blitzway one. I mean, I was just sending that to my stepson because he's a huge John Wick fan too, and we watched these growing up all the time. And I showed him both of them, and he was all about the Blitzway one. He still liked this one too, but we were going back and forth about the Blitzway one, just how good it is. Yeah. I think there's just a little work that needs to be done.
Yeah, I agree. So, Alan, where's this going in your collection?
Even if this was 110%, I probably still wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
I love John Wick. I love the motion pictures. I'm not that big a fan that I'm going to have a third scale John Wick in my collection.
Okay. Fair.
But I think they're close. I think if they go back and they tweak that portrait a little bit, they'll get it to 90 or 95. The concept is good. I like the fact that there's some motion involved, that he's not just static standing there.
Yeah.
And he does need more guns, a lot of guns.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a weapon wall behind him.
Wow, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Actually, I'd like to see him on. I love that scene where he's riding the horse.
That's a good one.
The city, yeah, I love that scene.
I if they had him on a third scale horse, I'd probably that I might be in on. I have this thing. I like horses, but it needs a little bit more work. I'm anxious to see if they do a Neo from Matrix.
Oh.
Yeah, I am too.
That I might be in on.
I have to see what it looks like, but yeah, I really would want to see that as well.
Well, then you're talking about even more weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Lots
it's
of
gonna be
weapons.
Blitzways, but it looks good. So, Noah and Emily, I'm not sure if you're a fan of the film, but
Yes.
what do you think about the likeness on this?
Could you zoom in on his face?
A little, I
bit?
can. Let me go to the next picture here real quick.
You want to see
don't
David
roast it too
Beckham
bad.
up close?
Don't roast it too bad, Emily.
No, I'm not. I think it's the forehead that's throwing me off. I think that might be part of it. Maybe it's just a little bit long, and it's making the rest of his face look narrow. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is that's giving me that something that,
He He does have a very narrow face, though.
But it's
Yeah.
wider. His face should be a little bit more like wider. Like it's too.
Maybe it's the
Maybe the
deep
hair-
substance that needs
maybe
it,
the
or like
hair-
how his beard is shaped. Maybe it's that
Yeah.
that's kind of throwing me
Yeah.
off. But he
The
does
hairline.
look like Keanu, but it's not like it's got the essence of it. It just really needs that punch to make it go like yes. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. It's something is amiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of like this. I mean, I don't think,
think
it's
it's
you know,
cool.
I think it's really close.
Yeah.
I think all J&D pieces, they seem to need a little bit of tweaking when they show the prototypes, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to sell. I sort of think Prime One messed up a little bit doing quarter scale for those. But the other thing too is I think if Jimmy, can you click on the comment picture from David on there with the
Sure.
Yes, the promotional cover.
I think in terms of that, I think they kind of nailed it in terms of that poster. But we need that posable tie, man, to match that picture.
No, Jimmy, he was saying, go back.
Oh, the comment that was on that picture.
Yeah, it was like in the
Is that,
Go back a few.
The comment in the comment they had the promotional the poster that they were trying to mimic J&D.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Oh yeah, I see.
The comment. Yeah, that's
can you enlarge that?
Click
Can
on
we,
click
is it
on it.
possible to
Yeah.
make that bigger?
There you go.
there we
Yeah,
go.
that's what they were trying to do. That poster art.
I mean, it's close, but I think once again
It's the beard, I think.
well,
It's the
lighting,
eyebrows
it's
too,
color
man.
grading, it's the eyebrows, the statue, they're a little bit too sharp. Once again, it's that angle of where they're where the face
That's
is.
true,
It's
that's
a
true.
little bit lower. It looks like on the J&D picture, but I think it's close. But I also think too that a lot of people have what he looks like in John Wick 4 a little more fresher in their memory too, especially because that's the
True.
Blitz way. His beard is slightly thicker, and
Wait, which version is this one?
this is from the first one.
Oh,
this is from the first
okay.
one, yeah.
Well, then
So,
that makes sense.
And then
I'm
too
thinking of John Wick 4.
the hairline looks a little bit off on the statue too. It looks like kind of choppy a little bit.
Mhm.
And just a little bit flat, like it needs to be fluffed up just a little bit. But otherwise, I like it. I mean, like I said, it's going to sell. I know J&D collectors definitely going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it glued on? Because
idea.
Yeah, they need to put a wire in that tie so you can get that dynamic little.
Yeah, that'd
I was just about to say that
to
too.
it, but yeah, but I mean, otherwise, it's. I think
Essence is there.
they J&D has other likenesses that are worse, but I think this one's real close. So we'll see what they think about that feedback.
Do you guys think it's
Man, you put-
on the J&D piece? Why is he like doing like a mid smirk tick smirk? Like it's weird. Like
I
on his
saw
face.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you look on the one on the right. He's not he's not doing anything.
No, it's like it's downward. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
No, he looks almost somber in the one on the
Yeah.
right rather than angry on the left.
So does
And that's what I mean by it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by kind of that those Beckham eyes and that eyebrow. Now, see, again, I saw the comment. Now it's all I can see, but it's
Mhm.
not the same on the actual photo.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brian, with the whole somber. Because in that image, you tell he's going through pain. He lost his dog, his wife. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he's in his own head right
Totally.
now. And the other one, you don't
Totally.
really get that vibe. You know.
You don't get that at all. There's this. It doesn't have that emotion.
I know what it is. He looks
Um,
like he has a big old dip, like a tobacco dip in his mouth. That's what it looks like on the J&D one. That's what it looks like. Actually, I played it with a bunch of baseball players. That's what it looked like. The big old dip on his side.
I can see that.
Well,
I like
now
your
that-
idea, Noah, about the wire in the tie. Sorry, Emily, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Now that I'm looking at the eyebrows, it's the angle because they're more straight in the promotional, like
They're
the poster,
softer, yeah.
and then in the I'm putting them on mine, and then in the statue they're more like this, and I think that's part of it too. It's the angles, but it's really it's just like subtle tweaks. I think that'll make the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, these are obviously nitpicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It still looks great. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves, and no, you're talking about a wire in the tie. You can do that on like the liner of the suit too. Get that whole motion with the wind. I mean, that'd be badass.
Emily, like you said, his eyebrows. Thanks for pointing that out. Now he looks like he's doing the Rock little eyebrow thing. So that's what he's looking like. Yeah, little. I can't do it, but like it looks like he's doing that. Like this piece is a nightmare.
Well, Jimmy, you want to pull up the tweaked one?
I'm not sure which one he's referencing, but I did see somebody go through and edit like the eyes and like do it a little differently.
They did the
And
mouth.
and maybe it's the mouth too. They did. Let me show. Maybe this is one he's referencing. Let me bring it up here real quick. I'm not sure if this is the one.
Yeah, but I think that's all part of it, man. You got to capture like the spirit of the character, like when you do these pieces, and I don't think they capture that at all.
Well, it's all in the eyes. You have
so
the
much-
eyes
He wasn't
that
just
are
a-
off, it's gonna
much
always
better.
look kind of off.
Okay.
Yeah, he
so-
wasn't just running around pissed off, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Look, I still need to. I still need to take more time with this movie because I have not watched it yet. However, seeing clips of it and looking at the character more and more, I've watched a ton of YouTube videos on it. Look, here's where I am. Is that J&D's prices are extremely expensive, and that's no joke. They are. Now, mind you, this is a prototype, so it's not the final version, and I think we all know that. So seeing these in person are very impressive. J&D does a great job with the character. I would like to see this be retweaked before it does come out. Is the likeness there? For me, no. I think we're about maybe 85%. If you're looking at this, you can definitely tell what they were trying to do, right? But for what you pay, this is not quite there yet.
Mhm.
For me, it just isn't.
Agreed.
It's just not. No, now mind you, look, when this does come out, I think it'll be much better. I think they'll do some tweaking to it. I think that collectors will be much happier. But right now, it needs work. I agree with Freddie. It needs work. If you're looking at Blitzway, and I said this yesterday on Rogues Gallery, if you're looking at Blitzway and you're looking at this, I would personally go with the Blitzway because I know they are working on a 1/3 scale. They are. And when it does come out, man, for that price, I can get me probably that one, and I could get the the Neo Blitzway as well for the price tag that they're asking. So I get both for the price of one. Now, nothing to say against J&D, but when these pieces do come out, they are very expensive, and in hand they are very impressive. But for that price, I think I would go Blitzway. Now, maybe when the prototype is finished and like the final version is done, it'll be much better, and people will be like, "Man, I really want that." But JD has their own bases, right? They always have the museum style base. Some of them are a little different. I think that it's going to be hard to beat the Neo Blitzway from Matrix if JD does it because of all the Sentinels on the base and thing. I just think that's awesome. And it kind of has a really Matrix feel to it. So I really want to see what J&D does. Who knows? Maybe they'll do something very different, and maybe it'll be even that much better. But I do agree with the way things are laid out here, and just kind of how, hey, you know what? This is what we've got, and I'm hoping to see the update come out soon. I really am. We definitely got some comments to catch on. Blitzway. Oh yeah, so Blitzway do the 1/3. I don't think it's sculpted. Yeah, I think it's a sculpted hair, but I do know that Blitzway is going to do a 1/3 version as well.
They don't do rooted hair usually.
Oh, Blitzway doesn't?
No, I think they come out with certain, like sometimes with the Bruce Lee, they came out with like a special edition one, but they usually do sculpted. That's why.
Terminator has.
But wasn't that like their super edition one?
Yeah,
That was a half scale, wasn't it?
No, that's 1/3.
Yeah.
1/3.
Oh, they
coming
did
out.
the half scale, didn't they, Brian? A long
Yeah,
time.
for Terminator 1. Right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was rooted, and it's like it was what do they call it when they have a close on? God, I'm blanking out for some reason. Mixed media. It had
Mixed media. Yeah.
Well,
And that was the one that had the problems with the jacket too.
Mm-hmm. They usually do sculpted. I feel like they usually do for a bigger piece. I guess they do hair on like a super deluxe edition.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm getting. I'm getting the Blitzway. Arnold from the with the rooted hair, glass eyes, sculpted. That's the one that I want. Mm-hmm. But Mitchell was saying J&D portrait does need work, and I do agree with that. I know that the final version will be a little different. I do realize that. So I'm anxious to see what they end up doing here in the future. Man, Lane coming through with a $2 super chat. Lane, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So Comic Concept is going to carry the half scale. There you go. They're carrying the half scale. So you can pick it up, Comic Concept, and save $10. Make sure you go and do that. It's going to be awesome. Primal This Way did a better job of John Wick. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, look, I think that 1/4 version is awesome. I do want to see the 1/3 scale to see if it's any different, but I think the Blitzway one, they nailed it. I think it looks really good. Yeah, this is a great piece, but I think it does need some work still. I really do.
The wire in the tie would be cool too, like Emily said, or I think Noah or Emily said it.
And Emily, I think we missed. I forgot to ask. Did you have something in your card as well that's coming?
Oh yes, yes. I have.
What do you have that's coming? We all want to know.
Screen Master.
So these aren't ordered yet, but we've been looking at them for a little while now here.
Okay.
Damn.
FNC doesn't have the best website, so sorry I can't pull up like a full screen. So I'll just try to kind of stay covered over it here. But
I like my Zelda, and that Ganon's hot, so he's
cool.
Daddy Ganon.
That's cool.
That's cool.
It'll go good with my other Zelda pieces that I have in my room.
Cool.
It'll go nicely along with like my Majora's Mask piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at that, and I'm not the biggest Tears of the Kingdom person. I think it's a decent game, but I do like their character designs a lot. And I like that one.
Yeah, and these are so cheap coming from the unlicensed companies. I mean,
I was gonna say that's a great price for quarter scale.
Got a light up,
yeah, light up base and everything.
which
yeah.
I think really adds to it with the light up feature, especially if those of you that have played the game with the gloom, or Malice, different versions. I think it really adds to that ominous kind of aggressive look that this Ganon has. He's definitely angsty.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool. No, it looks great. I think that's a great piece. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing that and your Noah's collection. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Licensed companies have done a great job on the Link license. Like some of the pieces that they come out with Zelda, or not Link, but Zelda pieces have been so good. Like Dream Studio, they had like the young Link and then the adult Link. I think they did a Zelda. I could be wrong.
Did Dream Studio do the Majora's Mask one that I have with the light up moon?
No, that's a different company, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm trying
why
to
I
remember
forgot
which
that right.
company that was.
No, I think that was Dream Studio.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Dream Studio. Yeah, it was.
They've done
I like that one so much.
Yeah.
It's my baby. That is my grail piece, if you will, of Majora's Mask. I love it so much.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Zelda, so that's really cool to see that. I'm sure it's going to be great in your collection. I think that some of these game pieces are like Noah's getting that Last of Us piece. There are some that are very underrated, and I think having them in that. Are you getting that diorama? Is it like a dio with that, Noah, or is it just one piece?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's one piece, but yeah, it's three characters all in that base. So
do they come together? Do they come together?
Yep. Yeah, it's all on one big base. Yeah, it all comes one statue. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it comes with a couple of bus stands for Joel and Ellie, but
it's really a scam. It's a scam because they want you to buy them all.
Jimmy, I think you're thinking of a different piece. It has the back-to-back.
Ellie and Abby. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's some great game pieces. I don't want to go down that route because there's so many great ones that I want. So I'm like, man, there's just too many things to collect, and not enough room, not enough time, not enough money.
I like my games and anime statues.
I don't think any licensed company has really done any great Zelda stuff that I know of. I mean, I know First Four Figures picked it up, but they were kind of subpar in my opinion. I've had some of their pieces before; they're okay, but the unlicensed companies are the ones that really shine. So. And I got just one more on there, Jimmy.
Okay, yeah.
Another Zelda piece too, but from a different game. Yeah.
And
I also like the Midna one too.
This is cool.
Yeah, so this is from you can
Twilight Princess, which I freaking love that game so much. I played it so many times through on GameCube, and I just think this is so good because, in my opinion, Midna is the best Zelda companion.
That's cool.
I absolutely loved her character and her character development, and I just love all the, I guess, the dark undertones that this game has, and I think that this statue really kind of captures the look of the game.
That's
I
cool.
Mhm.
I really like it.
No, that's good.
nice.
Yeah, 485 for that one, so that's not too bad.
It's gonna be a great piece to pick up.
Mhm.
No, you know what I was thinking is that what if PCS picked up Zelda or gaming?
Dude, that'd be perfect. That would be great.
Right?
I would love some
Love
some
that.
quarter or third scale Zelda stuff would be amazing.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Bank would be in trouble, huh? Bank
We may
account.
have to whisper.
Definitely.
We may have to
Yeah.
whisper a little bit, just a little bit to Ant, whatever stuff. So
I would love to see someone do a whole. Yeah, I would love to see someone do a whole like Smash Bros. Line of all the characters on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would get Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah, that gives you like. Yeah,
Did you see that?
that gives you a license to do like new Nintendo character.
Did you see that Super Mario diorama that the unlicensed company did? Or no? Did you see that one? Yeah,
No,
that was crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was based off the movie, right? That's the one you're thinking of, or are you talking about the game?
Maybe it was. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it still was really impressive.
Ooh, Metal Gear. Yeah.
Cypher, that would be amazing. I would love to see that. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. That'd be amazing.
So no, there's like two dioramas like that. Both of them look amazing.
Yeah, let me see here. There we go. That's the one.
See, for me, if they did BioShock, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, those are cool games, especially the
Like a
underwater one.
Like a
Damn.
quarter scale or
Yep.
third scale Big Daddy.
That looks so
Yeah,
awesome.
Oh
so
wow,
this is
that's cool.
Based off the movie, yeah, it's awesome though. And there's another one that looks really good too. So the prices
this
are
is
just
one that
unbelievable.
kinda stuck out to me. Yeah.
Hey, man, I get this. I'm good. I don't need nothing else.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know.
These one-offs,
I have
man.
every character.
Yep.
How big is
I
that?
love
What's
Yoshi.
what's
Yoshi's
the
so happy.
So we're looking at
What's the
55
dimensions?
centimeters high. So whatever that comes to,
I'm guessing 1/6, I'm guessing.
or 20
characters.
something inches maybe. Yeah.
That's cool. Really
But-
nice piece.
hmm
That's
Super
awesome.
cool. I did want to plug in one thing. We're right at the 2-hour mark, so let me plug in one more thing here real quick for us. This is the let me bring this up. I did want to shout out to Jay because he will be at June 4th through the June 16th at ToyCon. Legendary Beasts will be there showing off their new prototypes. I know Chris and Godlike Statues had some exclusive to show with Clayface, with Shazam, also Aquaman. There's so many characters they showed off through, and Godlike Statues also on Chris the Batman Statue Collector on Rogues. They showed a lot of prototypes, new pieces, things coming in. Make sure you support Legendary Beasts because they're doing a phenomenal job over there. Carl and Jay, they continue to make some of the most incredible DC 1/3 scale pieces I've ever seen, and their storytelling bases are next to none. They're just awesome. I want to thank everybody for coming in today and just joining us. And let me go ahead and stop this. We really appreciate everything. Let me bring this up here real quick.
Can I just say the Legendary Beast Joker that he's been prototyping
Yeah,
or showing the prototypes for? That thing is just ridiculous.
yeah,
I mean,
it was great.
probably the best Joker I've seen. I can't wait to see it painted. I mean, that's a day one for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
nice.
that will be. I think it's going to be at Joy-Con, at Toy-Con too. So it's going to be there. So
I can't wait to see pictures.
Yeah, it's going to be a great piece. I know when they get that painted in collectors' hands, they're really going to want that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. And look for some more updates. Make sure you like and subscribe at the bottom because we're doing a giveaway for the 1/4 scale penguin by Sideshow, courtesy of Comic Concepts. Make sure you follow them and make sure you use the code Godlike Statue or just Godlike on their website to get a $10 coupon. Until next week, I will see you then. See you on Godlike Statues. Until then, stay godlike. I'll see you then.